Howdy! If you're looking to find a supplier who can physically build products for your up-and-coming business, this video is going to show you how to use the largest business-to-business sourcing site on the internet, Alibaba.com. Today, I'm going to give you 8 steps to buy from Alibaba so that you can source a legit, high-quality product that customers will dump their wallets out for. I'm Caleb Allen Stratton. I attend college part-time while I make money through my online Amazon brands. I find products that I know will sell well, and then I reach out to suppliers on Alibaba who can build those products for me. Alibaba sports over 150,000 international suppliers for you to buy from. Think of it as a gargantuan virtual catalog full of potential suppliers that you could use to find companies to build whatever you want. However, like all things on the internet, there are some dangers that can lurk underneath the surface. Imagine that you found the perfect supplier to build your ideal product. You pay the supplier hundreds or even thousands of dollars to manufacture a batch of products. But then they suddenly go silent. Your products never arrive, and then you realize your money was stolen. You've been scammed. Now, this was a common story in the early days of Alibaba, but thankfully, Alibaba now has new tools to protect yourself, repel the bad apples, and unite you with reputable suppliers, all of which I will show you today. This knowledge comes from not only my own personal experience I've gathered on my e-commerce journey, but also the 50+ combined years of experience from the Just What Dime team and community. But without further ado, let's start with the first of the 8 steps to buy your product off of Alibaba. Step number 1, search Alibaba using a highly relevant keyword. To get beneficial search results on Alibaba, you need to search using the shortest amount of words used to describe the product and its main function. This is called your highly relevant keyword. You can get inspirations for your highly relevant keyword from your competitor's product listing. For example, if your competitor's product name is insulated water bottle, large,
34-ounce stainless steel,
bottle cold, 24 hours hot, 18 hours vacuum insulated, food grade, gym, outdoors, hiking or yoga.
The highly relevant keyword you would search Alibaba for would be insulated water bottle. However, a bad keyword would be cold, 34-ounce stainless steel hiking. Just don't do that. Type your highly relevant keyword into Alibaba's search bar. Click search. Step number 2, filter your Alibaba search results to protect yourself against scams. Now it's time to give yourself some armor. Under supplier types, click trade assurance. Trade assurance grants you extra financial security. When you pay a supplier through trade assurance, your money doesn't go straight to the supplier, but rather it stays protected in a third-party escrow account. Simply put, a supplier willing to do trade assurance cannot touch your money until you verify that they have fulfilled their end of the bargain. Additionally, with trade assurance, you can pay using a 30-70 deal, where you pay 30% of your total costs just before production, and then you pay the remaining 70% after production. This protects you from scammers who would run away with all of your money while also being fair to legitimate suppliers. Under supplier types, click verified supplier. Verified suppliers get a sealed stamp of approval from third-party inspection institutions vetted by Alibaba. To qualify as a verified supplier, a supplier has to pay fees to Alibaba, sign a tremendous amount of legal paperwork, prove the existence of their production machinery, and much, much more. But to put it simply, verified suppliers are as legitimate as you can get. Under the supplier country region, click the box that says China. Filter for Chinese suppliers. In China, you'll find that a lot of the suppliers consistently offer better prices and sometimes better quality compared to other countries. China is a production powerhouse, and it's difficult for other countries to compete with their quality and prices. Now, there's no harm in sourcing locally, but expect your profit margins to be a lot thinner. Now that you have 1, searched Alibaba using a highly relevant keyword, and now that you have 2, filtered your Alibaba search results to protect yourself against scams, step number 3, Find your potential Alibaba suppliers. This is the fun part. Now, before you dive into your search results, use either Microsoft Excel, Apple Numbers, Google Sheets, or even a piece of paper to create a spreadsheet to store all of the important information that you find. Organize your spreadsheet by creating these columns: supplier name, link to listing, relevant images/videos grade, SOPI, years of operation, optimal province, business type, and notes. We've created a free Google Sheets template that you can use for this step. Just visit jod.com/SRSS or click the link in the description below to save it. Fill your spreadsheet with promising suppliers. If you find a supplier that has relevant and high quality images and videos that represent the product you want to build, add all of them to your spreadsheet. If a supplier's listing doesn't have images or videos that are relevant, it's not worth your time. For example, if you were looking for an insulated water bottle, but you saw this on your search results, don't waste your time with this listing. Yes, it's a bottle, and yes, it holds water, but it doesn't represent the insulated drinking water bottle product niche that you want to sell in. If you find that you're getting a lot of irrelevant and or low quality supplier listings, maybe the keyword you were searching for was too broad, or maybe it didn't describe the main function of the product well enough. Here, the keyword bottle is too broad. I mean, you're seeing a wide range of different products, and yes, they all hold water, but they all serve a different main function. Here, the keyword insulated water bottle is specific enough to show you the products that you want, and they all serve the main function. If you find a listing featuring a product that looks similar to the product that you want to build, copy the supplier's name and listing onto your spreadsheet. Grab the supplier's name from the bottom right of the listing under the verified supplier box and copy and paste it to the listing link from the tippy top of your web browser to your spreadsheet. Give the supplier a relevant images or videos grade. In your spreadsheet, rank them in A, B, or a C. A grade of A represents that this is exactly what I'm looking for. A grade of B represents, with some changes, I can get exactly what I want. And then a grade of C represents, it's not what I'm looking for, but I could make it work. Now, one mistake new entrepreneurs make is getting fixated on the product prices. Right now, just focus on finding quality and relevant suppliers, not just the cheap ones. The listing price does not always represent what you'll actually be paying in the future after you've begun negotiating with the supplier and making changes to your product. Pro tip: complete your product research beforehand to ensure that you'll be profitable within your niche. If you want to learn how to find a product that will make you at least 40% profit margin, check out this comprehensive Amazon FBA product research video. Even though it is Amazon focused because it's our favorite platform for new sellers, the principles and strategies that we teach apply for sellers in every single private labeling e-commerce website. Step number 4, rank your top 5 potential Alibaba suppliers. How do you determine if one supplier is better than another? Well, once you uncover these 3 data points, you can confidently judge how valuable each supplier is. First, favor reputable and high-performing suppliers by their SOPI. That means Supplier Online Performance Index. On every Alibaba listing, you'll see icons of little orange gems. This is the supplier's SOPI. A supplier can be ranked anywhere from a perfect level 5 with 5 orange gems or to a horrible level 0 with 1 tiny grayed out gem. The SOPI is a data-driven performance metric updated every single month, and it's based on the lowest score of these 4 dimensions. 1. Presentation quality. 2. Product popularity. 3. Transaction volume. And 4. Service quality. Simply put, the higher the SOPI, the more reputable and high-performing the supplier will be. Now, for each supplier that you like, write down their SOPI level onto your spreadsheet. Second, favor older suppliers to increase your chances of finding a great supplier. You'll find that it's a lot easier to work with suppliers who have way more experience, especially when it comes to English business terms, product design, shipping through customs, etc. Find the supplier's years of operation icon on their product listing. It should look like a little white box with YRS in tiny superscript capital letters. Write down their age onto your spreadsheet. Third, favor suppliers in an optimal Chinese province so that you can snatch the best possible deal. Just like how the state of Iowa is known for producing the most corn in America out of any other state, some provinces in China are also known for their specialities in certain niches. For example, the Hubei province is rich in steel, iron, and coal. So it is a great province to source automobile supplies and accessories. In most cases, you'll actually find the supplier's province in their company name. For example, the supplier Shenzhen Dongtu Plastic Co. Limited is based in the province of Shenzhen. However, if you have a supplier like Everich and Tomek Houseware Companies Limited, where the province isn't mentioned, you can actually find the province by visiting the supplier's mini site. To go to the supplier's mini site, click on their company name. Then hover over the profile drop-down menu and click on the company interview. Now scroll down until you see the light blue verified by section. You will find their province by country/region. In the description below, we've put a link where you can get an extensive list of every single Chinese province and the product niches that they excel in. You can also download it at jia.com/factory. If the supplier you're looking for happens to be in a province that benefits your niche, write down yes underneath the optimal province column. Otherwise, write no. Finally, rank your suppliers in order of relevant images, video score, SOPI, years of operation, and optimal province. At this point, you should now have identified who your top 5 favorite suppliers are. Step number 5. Verify the identity of your top 5 Alibaba suppliers. Now, before you hit up your favorite suppliers, you need to conduct an investigation into whether these suppliers are manufacturers or trading companies. A manufacturer is a business that actually creates products. A trading company is a middleman who sources products from manufacturers and then gives them to you. Favor manufacturers if you plan to significantly alter the design of your product, or if you're looking for the lowest possible price. Favor trading companies if you want to get selling as quickly as possible, or if you're looking to source various bundle items that you would sell together. Visit each supplier's company overview on their mini site. Under the verified by section, find their business type. Write down the supplier's business type on your spreadsheet for each of your top 5 suppliers. Now, some suppliers may be both a manufacturer and a trading company. These companies manufacture some of their own products and source products from other manufacturers as well. Step number 6, determine the best Alibaba supplier for your product. So now that you have your definitive top 5 supplier list, it's time to determine which supplier will offer you the most value. You have to think like a shark, looking for the deal that will benefit you the most. First, contact each of your top 5 suppliers by clicking on the Contact Supplier button on the supplier's product listing. This opens up the Alibaba Message Center, where you can ask each supplier if they can actually build the product with the specific customizations that you need. And please, please, please use simple English. I mean elementary school level sentences, short paragraphs, and minimal questions. English is not their native language, so keep it as clear as possible to prevent confusion and misunderstanding. Here's an example. Hello, supplier. I am interested in creating a long-term business friendship. I am looking for a product that, enter customization specifications. Do you think you'd be able to build this for me? Sincerely, your name. So in this message, attach any drawings, models, prototypes, or examples that you've put together to help the supplier better understand what it is you are exactly looking for. Check the messages notification on the top right of the website to see if your suppliers have responded. Or you can also download the Alibaba app on your phone where you'll get notified whenever they respond. Now, if the supplier responds and confirms that they can actually build your product for you, get a physical sample of their workmanship. Here's an example. Hello, supplier. May I order samples of your work? Here's my shipping address. Sincerely, your name. Keep in mind, these product samples aren't going to be identical to your final product, but rather they're going to be used for testing to see what your supplier is capable of making. Next, test your top 5 suppliers' product samples. Get a feel for each of the samples' qualities, performance, and ease of differentiation. Note what you like about its texture, shape, and color. Use the product and notice how well it performs its main function. If your insulated water bottle's lid keeps falling off, that's a huge no-no. See how feasible your desired differentiation is. Where would my logo fit best? Do I still want to change the outer shell to plastic instead of steel? Would this bottle actually function better if I added a handle here? By the end of your testing, you should be able to distinguish between the samples that you love the most and the samples that you love the least. Then, choose your number 1 favorite supplier based on which supplier actually offers you the most value. Reach out to the suppliers that you've been the most impressed with and start negotiating prices. Typically, suppliers will offer you discounts based on the number of units you buy from them at the same time. This number is called the minimum order quantity, or MOQ. The more products you buy from them at the same time, the less each individual product will cost. For example, a supplier may sell you 50 insulated water bottles for $5.10 a piece, but they may give you a 30-cent discount per product if you order 500 at once. When ordering a massive collection of inventory, those tiny discounts will start to add up, and you want to land the best possible deal. If you want to make a tiny order because you're tight on funds, you could say something like this during negotiation. We're looking to test the product with a similar order, then we could reorder much larger quantities in the future. Or you could say, we hope that you can give us the best price on this so that we can test this and then order big quantities only with you. The supplier that can give you exactly what you want with the best quality and the best prices is your winner. Finally, let your number 1 supplier know that you plan on moving forward with them. Oh, and don't leave the other suppliers hanging. Let them kindly know that you won't be moving forward with them anymore. Step number 7. Pay your Alibaba supplier with a trade assurance order. Your business ideas have been turned into a reality and your products are actually about to be made. This is the step where you will first begin to feel what it's like to be the owner of a business. In the Alibaba Message Center, ask your top supplier if they can draft a trade assurance order for you. This order will list how much you owe, the payment terms, the shipping method, the trade terms, a dispatch date, and extra information relevant to the order. Once the supplier has filled out the order, you can now view it by clicking My Alibaba on the top of the website. Click on Orders to the left. The supplier should have filled out most of the trade assurance order for you, but I'll walk you through the important details so that you can verify that they have filled everything out correctly. Under shipping terms, you may change the shipping address, the shipping method, the trade terms, and the dispatch date. Under value-added services, choose a service provider and verify your contact details. So a service provider will inspect and verify the quality of your products in China before they get shipped off. This is a valuable service to have. The last thing you want is to place an order for 5,000 products and then realize that the majority of them have a malfunction once they reach you. Ugh. If the supplier did not include the exact specifications of your order, everything down to the last detail, like size, weight, color Pantone, etc., under additional remarks, add all of these details. You cannot hold a supplier accountable for anything that was not written down, so be very, very, very specific. You can also include any more specifications that you may want to fall back on in the event of a disagreement or lack of performance. You could say something along the lines of, if 5% or more of the goods are deemed to be of inferior quality or damaged during inspection, the supplier will replace all inferior and damaged goods before shipping. When the order is exactly how you want it, click on the Confirm Order and begin the payment process. Choose a payment method and pay the first 30% of your total costs. Your money will now be put into a holding account, and the supplier will begin manufacturing your inventory. Step number 8, ship your finished products to your desired location. Ensure that your products make it to wherever your warehouse or fulfillment center is located. Ask your suppliers for a commercial invoice. A commercial invoice is essentially a receipt that shows legal proof of the transaction between you and your supplier. This will help you save your back in the future if any legal issues arise with customs, Amazon, or any other e-commerce platform. Once the production of your products is complete, ensure that your product inspection service reviews the first batch. Tell them what you're looking for specifically and the standard of quality you're expecting from each and individual product. Once you get the all good from your inspectors, pay the remaining 70% of the total funds owed to your supplier. This will cue your supplier to begin the shipment of your products. While you wait for your shipment to arrive, you can check the product shipping status under the Delivery Details tab. And that's it. Let's recap the 8 steps. 1. Search Alibaba using a highly relevant keyword. 2. Filter your Alibaba search results to protect yourself against scams. 3. Find your potential Alibaba suppliers. Save the template supplier spreadsheet I made to help you in the description below. 4. Rank your top 5 potential Alibaba suppliers and download the list of Chinese provinces in the description below. 5. Verify the identity of your top 5 Alibaba suppliers. 6. Determine the best Alibaba supplier for your product. 7. Pay your Alibaba supplier with the trade assurance order. 8. Ship your finished products to your desired location. And congratulations, you've navigated Alibaba. You found the perfect supplier, and now your first batch of products are on their way. Here at Just One Dime, we teach our students how to use Amazon to generate passive income. But what do you plan on using Alibaba for? Are you selling items on Etsy, eBay, or your own Shopify store? Comment below. We'd love to start a discussion with entrepreneurs all around the globe. And if you've learned a lot from this video, please drop a like and let us know. It helps us become better e-commerce teachers. And if you want to learn how to fire your boss, subscribe and become a Just One Dime warrior. Bye.